Hey guys, welcome into, is this Thursday?
It is Thursday. This week's been so wild.
Wow. You know what that means too? That means I forgot our across the mile stuff outside, but we'll get it when we get to the end. So welcome into our Thursday video. Whew, this week has been crazy, y'all.
It's been a whirlwind, hasn't it?
So much going on this week, and I enjoy this time when I can sit down with you guys and with Vince and we can craft. And we're going to make something fun today, but I haven't made a sample. I was working on a sample, and then I decided we're going to do it together. I did some prep work to make it go smoother. Today's craft, however, is going to feature two things. It's going to feature, well, it's really, yeah, more than two, but really the Nuvo hybrid inks and the clickable letters. I'm going to use them today, and I want to show you that we got all of the colors that I found available in. Let me move my little, I have my clickable letters kind of in cheat spots for me to make the video easier. We got all of these in. So I want to show you, they're so cool how they stack. I really like the packaging. I think it's cool the way they stack up on each other like this, and let me show you. And they're locked in together. Isn't that neat? So here's the new colors, or the colors we have. Poppy red, safari green, empire blue, acorn brown, metro gray, and black shadow. Now, why these inks? These are those hybrids I showed you guys that are usable for watercolor. You can use them with alcohol markers. You can use them with anything. They're like an all-purpose ink, and I love that. And I'm trying to lay them back out the way I had them for my stamping today. Let's get that fixed real quick. Okay. So Vinny's here with us.
I'm in the house.
He's here. So I'm using my clickable letters, and this is how I have stored mine for now. I just have them in these two little cups, and they sit on my station because I use them like crazy. That's my station, like I'm doing hair again. They sit on my work surface because I use them like crazy. So that's how I have them stored. And so to make the card, we're going to create one of those word Christmas trees where you take little strips of paper like this, and you line them up in the shape of a Christmas tree like this, and you stamp on them, and you make a cute project. Well, that's the plan for today. I gotta move you guys a little bit because I didn't put my camera in the right spot. And if I keep you where you were, you're not gonna be able to see the project because I'm off center. Sorry guys, I'm all in your way. Okay, so we're back to it. All right, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So I have picked the words to go in here to make this work, and I've done the measuring for you, okay? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you how long these guys are, and don't worry, Timothy is already doing a blog post for all of the measurements, but I'm going to line them up like this. These strips are 1/2 inch wide, okay? 1/2 inch, did I say it right? Half an inch wide, and they are, the first one is 1 1/2, and then your next one is 1 3/4, and then 2, and then 2 1/4, and then 2 3/4, and then 3. So it's just stair steps. Does that make sense?
It does to me.
All right, well that's good. If it makes sense to you, it'll make sense to everybody else too, right? All right, I'm gonna zoom you in one more time because we're gonna be doing some stamping up close. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use all these colors that I got in, all but the brown. I was gonna use the brown, and then I decided I didn't need to use the brown. And I'm going to use the letters that spell out. I was going to, but with my card, it ended up that I didn't need it. So I got to find all my letters now. Where'd my Y go? Did I put it away? I don't think I did. Let's see. I might have. Let's see. Okay, so I've got my, oh, there's my Y. I'm looking for my J. And it's going to be in the word. Oh, I only used it one time. Interesting. I thought I used it twice. Here it is. All right, there we go. So the word joy is the first one we're going to use. So I've clicked these together, and I'm going to ink this up. Now here's the thing. Here's the trick with your clickable letters. Don't wiggle these too much, okay? When you stamp it down, you just want to stamp it straight and don't wiggle. And I'm going to use my grid mat to kind of help me get that squared up so I can pretty much eyeball center this dude. And I'm just going to stamp this down, and I give it a little wiggle, but not much. And look how we get joy. Can you see that word? Is it hard for you guys to see? I'll bring it up and show you. I think that was hard to see in the camera. See, we got the word joy. So that's my first one. So I don't need my red again. I'll move it out of the way. Now we're going to go to the safari green, and we're going to do the word Noel. So here is my N, and I need the O from this last one. So grab this one. Oops. You can't really mess up because you have to click them in a certain way, which makes it really cool. Because I'm a messer upper. So there's N-O. And I'm trying to keep my letters like so we're not here all day me putting them up and pulling them back out again. So here we go. Noel. See there? Cute. And then we're going to go to the second one. Now you could totally do this project with washi tape. This is just, I love to use my clickable letters for different ways of using them. And I know how many of you guys purchased them. Trust me, I know, because they sell out almost as fast as we get them in, don't they? They sell out so quick. So there's the word Noel. We'll look at all these up close in just a little bit. I'm going to move that aside and let it dry. Also, check it out. Here's how I clean them. This is my little scrubby pad. This is that Brutus Monroe Squeaky Clean scrubber, and I've already sprayed Squeaky Clean over here. So I do that, and then I roll it out like this onto this side and get all of the ink off. All right, and that way, if I'm using letters in different words, it won't contaminate my inks or anything like that. Next one, and this word is love. So I'm going to keep the O, E, and L, and I'm going to add my V, which I already put to the side. So L, O, and then V. Oops, this is V. And then E. This is a great project for kids. Why? Why do you think it is? Seriously.
Well, because it's real simple.
Well, and also, what else does it do? It's for me, if you've got kids that are learning to read, this is super cool for that. To help teach the kids to read and spell, for have them look up the letters and things like that, and maybe even let them use different words. Maybe they have certain words they love at Christmas, and they want to use those, you know, like maybe they want to use Santa or reindeers or whatever word they want to use, and you can teach them to spell with it. I think that's a cool idea.
Miss Jones said that works for her.
What's that?
The spelling part.
Yeah, it does. All right, so here's another little strip, and this word is peace. So we're going to use P-A. I need the E out of here. I really did try to make this easier on myself. Here's the C. P-E-A-C and another E right here. The cool thing about these clickable letters too is Christopher gives us a couple of letters of the ones we use the most often. So that's really handy. So like we get 2 E's. I think there's 2 A's. There's lots of different multiples. All right, so now we have the word peace.
Oh boy, a lot of people are having internet issues today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A lot of buffering going on. A lot of people having to log out and try to log back in. Guys, that's really doesn't have anything to do with our signal here. That's going to strictly be based on the internet where you are.
Well, it can if we don't have a good stream, but this is my best internet stream I've ever had in my whole life at this location. So we try real hard to. There we go, peace. I've wiggled the other 2 and got some ink on them, but I'm not stressing about it. I think it looks cute. I am cleaning these in between. So there's the word peace. We're going to do 2 more words. Now we're going to do the word believe. And that's that gray. That's that Metro gray. I'll bring these up closer so you can see them all when we get it all stamped. All right, what was this word, believe? Okay, so B, E, L. Where'd I put my L? Right here. You use a lot of the same letters. I before E except after C. Yes, that's how I have to do it. Does anybody else have to do it that way? So believe, we're still stacking. Hold on, where's my V? There it is. And my extra E is were. Where'd I put my extra E? Well, I had it. Oh well.
Now Georgia asked, how are you cleaning them? You're using the...
Oh, I already have used 2 E's. That's what it is. So we're going to have to stamp one separate. I knew there was one I did. I'm cleaning them with my Squeaky Clean scrubber that I sprayed with a squirt of Squeaky Clean. Where is my Squeaky Clean? I just had it because I squirted it down. Do you see my Squeaky Clean? I just had it because I sprayed it on my pad here.
Right here behind us.
Oh. I know I was cleaning something off over there too. I'll show you my Squeaky Clean bottle. This is the squirt bottle. I got too much. Here's the squirt bottle, and I just take it and I put when I first started, I do 2 squirts on this end. I get this end dirty and use this for cleaning. I know it doesn't look clean, but that's like here, I spray here and use this for the dirty and do this to do the wipe off. So that's how I'm cleaning them, just with my little scrubby. All right, so we're gonna have to stamp this and then come back with that E at the end, which is really not a big deal. And I'll show you. So I'm going to use the black on this one. So this is the Nuvo black. It's called Black Shadow. So I'm going to center this but leave room for my other E on the end. Oh, I didn't do a good job on that one. And I dropped it. So let's go back and do that one again. I'm going to flip it over. That's the beauty of white paper. We can flip it over. All right. I'll do better this time. So let's go this way. Believe. You know, when you make mistakes, it's just not a big deal. I hope that you craft that way. I hope that you go, you know what? Flip the paper over. It's just not that big of a deal, right? And I hope you teach your kids that. Because for me, I find that if we teach our kids that things have to be perfect, then they're a lot less likely to try things. And I want my kids to try stuff. Oh, I did use the brown. I used the brown for the word Christmas. All right, so there's that. The last word is Christmas. Let's stack it up. And I've already got most of it done. I got to go back and get some of my letters. So here's C. That goes there. Oh, I just had to put the C on. Good deal. And then I'm going to ink this dude. Just like this. And stamp it down. Christmas. Too cute. Okay, so we are ready to start assembling the card. We have one more little thing I want to cut out real quick. Let me move these guys out of the way. So here's our little, this is going to be our Christmas tree when we stack it all up, okay? And then we'll move these to the side for now. So I am going to use one of these little star dies from Christopher's die set, from Brutus Monroe, I should say. I keep saying Christopher. He's who designs this stuff. But
and these work vertically and horizontally, right?
Yeah.
So we did have that question.
Well, you have to do them one at a time to go vertical. You have to just stamp them down.
You can't stack them.
You can't lock them into each other. Wait, no, that's not true. Hold on. I just told you incorrectly. Hold on. So let's do the word love. I do not want to tell you something not right. Yeah, I did a vertical video now that I think about it. Yes. Okay, so you do this and you do, if we're going to do the word love, they do click both ways. I'm glad you mentioned that. So see, that's not an L, that's a J.
Joey.
By the way, this is Christopher's handwriting. So it's a masculine handwriting, and I love it because I think it works for everything. So we put this up here like this, and look, now you can stamp the word love. Sorry, I misunderstood. Yes, you can do that. And I did one more. I did Amazing and Grace. There's a video on that where I showed you how to do a cross with it. Yeah, I forgot about that for a second. All right, let's cuddle bug this dude. And I think I'm going to zoom you guys out a little bit for the cuddle bug because I've had a lot of questions about this. I'm going to try to answer some while we're here since we have a minute. So I've cut myself a little piece of glitter paper, okay? And out of this die set, which I thought I brought it in here to show what the die looked like, what the set looked like. Stuff's just missing. And I did not clean. Oh, there it is. I'm like, yeah, I did not clean my room first. So I want to show you which one I'm using. So this is the die set from Brutus Monroe, and I'm using the, let me line it up and I'll tell you, second to the smallest star. That's the one I'm using for the top of my tree. So I'm going to take my Cuttlebug plates. Let's talk Cuttlebug plates. Now, some people say, what's a Cuttlebug? This is the Cuttlebug, but what it basically is a manual die cutting machine. So this is the machine, you put the metal dies in, scroll them through, and it cuts out the shape. I'm using an A plate. I'm using the magnetic cutting platform. This is the small one. They make an extended one and a small one. And if you buy this, remember to use my coupon code Maymay Made It and get yourself 15% off and free shipping. So make sure you do that because these things are already very affordable. But if you do that, it's just stupid cheap, honestly. They are so affordable. And I have a couple of them at all times. Now, what I like to do is I put the A plate down, then the magnetic cutting plate. Then I put this old worn out B plate on top of that because I don't want to cut directly onto my magnetic plate, okay? I don't want any divots or cuts into that, so I'm protecting my magnetic plate. Then I take my little glitter paper, which is right here, and my little die star, and I can already feel the magnet pulling it into place. So now it's there, and I don't have to tape it or anything. See that?
That might be enough.
You think I made my point?
Let me ask you this question while it's on here. Robin's Nest asked, can you ink on acetate?
You can with the right inks. And I haven't tried the Nuvo, but I think it's supposed to work on there. But I know Christopher's inks work, and Stays On ink will work on acetate. So you sure can. All right, this little star, I'm going to run it through. Now, I have always done this. Always. I run these little guys back and forth, and this glitter paper I'm using is thick glitter paper. So I am always a person that runs dies back and forth. There's no one that tells you you have to do that, but my thing is this. I don't want to take it out and find that I didn't get a good cut, so I run it through a couple times. And I always like dig it into the thing because I do it like that. So here we have a little glitter stitched. Look at the little stitched edge star. So cute. All right, so glad I was able to show you that magnetic plate. A lot of people ask me about that. Move this out of the way. Let's bring these guys over. Let's get our card base ready. I got to get a new mat. Look how bad this looks, y'all. Do you see that? You guys probably don't mind, do you? It just always looks dirty to me. Does it look dirty to you on camera? Can you tell?
Well,
a little bit. All right.
We may be having internet issues. Amanda's having trouble too. So. I don't
know. Oh gosh. Well, maybe we have something going on. We're just going to keep going as long as it's streaming. All right. This is a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of cardstock, and this is not a heavy cardstock. I'm using like a 65-pound, maybe even 80-pound, because I'm going to be using a lot of mats on it. So check this out. I'm going to score this at 5 1/2. I get asked that question a lot too. I prefer 100 or 110-pound for bases. Either of those are fine, but I wanted to use a red base and I didn't have that color in red, or that weight in red, so I'm just gonna use this dude. Okay, so there is my card base. It's just an A2 card, and most of you guys know I have a tendency, I like to do my cards this way. I don't know why. You can do it either way you want. And I have this little piece that's from an old Christmas set. This piece that's from an old Christmas set, and I'm going to mount it to the front because I want my tree to be on the plaid. I think that'll be cute. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put my tree down and then mount this to the card. That way if I make a mistake, I haven't mounted it all the way to the card. All right, this is where you can have a little bit of trickiness, okay? So you'll want to pre-lay this out. And what I'm going to do first, I'm going to lift these guys up on foam squares because I think that'll be cute. So I'm just going to flip them all over and put them in the order they go in. And I'm going to put my foam squares on them, which are right here. So any questions? I mean, if anybody's able to get through.
Well, no, most of the comments today, unfortunately, is about buffering. So.
Well, I hate that.
Yeah, apparently we're having a bad day. But that's what most of the conversation has been about. On that, there was a question about the magnetic base.
Yeah.
Does your coupon code work on that?
It does. Unless they've changed it in the last week, it does still work on that. And it works on the Cricut trimmer too that I love so much. All right, one more here. I love to use this pokey tool to place these because I'm a shaker. So if I try to do it with my hands, I knock everything around. But if I do it with this, I have a little more control. Let's go ahead and pop up the star too. Won't have to do that in a minute. We'll just do it right here. There we go. Maybe we're having bad weather today. We have a weather issue?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, some people says it's coming through good, so I don't know. It's kind of weird.
All right. You have some options. I'm going to lay this out kind of very specific to start, but I do like to do kind of a test run. The biggest reason for my test run is I want to find out where my Christmas word, my biggest word at the bottom, and my star need to live. Because I want everything to fit on the page, and see how tall I am there, and I wanted this size star. So what I'm going to do is just slide everything down and get my star into place, okay? Get the word Christmas in place, and then I can fit everything in between it, if that makes sense. Get you guys a little closer. All right, so I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to go ahead and peel these backer pieces off. So there's that, and let's put this guy into place.
Now, Shirley asked, are you using the thicker foam squares or the thinner ones?
These are the thicker ones. I had a few of those left, but you can use the thinner. You just have to double them if you want them to be this thick, but it really doesn't matter. You do it as thick or as thin.
It's the thick ones that we carry in the store, right?
Well, we actually carry both when we have them in stock, so it depends on which ones we have, but I like these thick. I like them both. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not going to try to be perfectly straight with this. I'm afraid if I try to make these perfectly straight, I will be disappointed in myself because it'll be a struggle for me. So I'm going to let them be a little willy-nilly, and I'm not going to worry about that. I think that works just as well. It'll be just as cute, and nobody's going to judge me because my little letters are a little crickety. I think it'll be cute like that anyway. So I'm going to pull these guys out, and I'm going to work my way around. I know they'll fit. We've already done a test. So I should be fine. Oh, there we go. Not having fingernails, that's usually easier. So I'm going to go the opposite of the way my last one tilted. All I got to remember is try to keep them straight. That's really the big deal. And this little guy.
Here's an interesting question from Linda. She said, do you get fuzzies when you trim paper? She says, I get them no matter the paper or if it's a new blade.
I sometimes do, but it depends on my paper. But I can also show you something that might help you with that, which is using your trimmer. When you use your trimmer, what trimmer do you use? That might help me. All right, I got to squeeze one more word in here. And I might have got a little close on this Noel. I gave myself a little too much room. Let me pick this one up. And when I pick these up, I try not to tear the paper since I've already stuck this down. So I take my pokey tool and dig underneath there and just carefully lift that. And, oh, I had 3, forgot. And it lifted up and didn't tear anything. So I'm going to get you a little closer, Mr. Noel. And then we'll do love right in the middle. All right. So when you cut with that, did she say which trimmer she's using?
She has not said that yet.
Okay, let me hear if it's a rotary or a blade or what have you.
Michelle Lutz says she does too.
Okay.
With fuzzies.
Look how cute that is. Can you stand that? That is so cute and it's so easy. You and your kids could make these Christmas cards in no time. You know, it would be like sit down and just give them a bunch of Christmas words to do, you know what I'm saying? And just let them go to town with it. Art glitter glue on the back.
Linda says she uses several different trimmers, including your favorite, the Cricut.
Okay, so if you're using my favorite, what I have found works for me really well is to sink the blade and then push and pull. I just get a better, and I'll show you that in just a second, but check this out. Isn't that cute? Do you like that, Vinny? I think it's adorable.
Pretty cute.
Okay. All right, on the inside, I'm going to put a piece on the inside that'll go right here, but I want to stamp it. And I'm going to use, oh, I love this stamp set. And I love that it's Christmas in July and I'm pulling these out. This is the stamp set that my mother and I did together last year with all her sentiments on it. These are the most beautiful card sentiments. If you have this in the chat, tell me in the comments, let me know and tell me how much you used it last year. It is here again this year and I know we'll be using it just as much. And I'm going to put it on the inside. Let me put my glue cap on. Okay. I'm going to put this sentiment. This one I'm using says, celebrate this season and the joy that it sends as you gather together with family and friends. I think that's cute. And I'm going to use this Nuvo. And one of those Fiskars blocks. I'm really loving these Fiskars blocks with these handles. And this may not be straight because I'm not getting directly over it, but we'll take what we get. And we'll lift that up. Look at there. I love the sentiments. I love them. All right, and then I'm going to glue this in. You could do a lot more decorating to the inside of this card. You could add extra stamps. You could do, you know, holly leaves or stars on the inside. That would be super cute too. Or packages, gift packages. There's so much more you could do on here. You could even just stamp Merry Christmas, whatever you wanted to do. But look at that cute card we did.
And that stamp set's called Celebrate the Season.
It is. I didn't say. I apologize. Celebrate the Season is the name of that stamp set. So there you go, guys. How fun was that card and how easy was that? I mean, if you have, I know so many of you bought the clickable letters and they can be used for everything. So I thought I wanted to show you some things. And actually, this is totally Pinterest inspired because I was looking through Pinterest and I'm like, we can totally do this with our clickable letters. And just because I can't help it. It's just my thing. Ooh, do I have a red one? Do I have a red? Yes.
A red one?
I have a red one. I'm going to use my red Uniball pen. And we'll make some stitches. Why? Because I have to. Someone will be here a minute, so talk amongst yourselves.
Do you think you could give a cutting tip? Because several people have said stuff about the fuzziness.
I can. One thing I got to tell you, paper matters. I have found there are some papers that just don't cut clean and crisp. I've also found if you're in a very humid environment like me, I find that I struggle with it as well. Sometimes it's really paper specific because some papers I have don't do it at all. I find, I'm not going to say any name brands because I don't think that helps. I think it's just the thickness and the texture and the what's the word? The quality of the paper is a lot of the problem. It's especially if, let me get you to do this. If you have a piece that fuzzes on you, if you have one, try it in several different trimmers and see if it fuzzes in several different trimmers. And then if you have a piece of paper that doesn't fuzz in those trimmers, then you know it's the paper. Does that make sense?
Now Diana mentioned that you can use aluminum foil to sharpen your blade. Like if you put aluminum foil in your cutter and cut it,
yeah,
it sharpens the blades.
That's been around a while. People do that. I've never had that much luck with it, honestly. You can do it. My issue is like, and I mostly use it for punches if I'm ever going to try it. But if I kill a punch, I pretty much killed a punch. I usually kill a punch for, like, I'm usually just too rough on them or use them too much. But I've never tried it in my paper trimmer. But try it. What can it hurt? It's a piece of aluminum foil. But for me, I'm just going to tell y'all, the Cricut trimmer that I adore is so affordable, and the blades are so affordable that I just buy extra blades. And I'm going to tell y'all, I don't replace blades very often. Look how cute it is with the stitching. You knew I had to do it right. So there's the stitching. Okay. I don't replace blades very often at all. If you guys don't mind, what I'd like to do is end this stream because the craft is now over. And then I want to start a second stream, and we're going to start calling this the Crafter Show, like the after show, right? Did we go with that? The Crafter Show?
I guess we did.
Yeah, I think so. Unless you guys come up with a better name.
Show.
The show after the show. So we're going to cancel this stream because this one is over. So that gives our viewers that just want to see the card information the opportunity to do that. And then we're going to come right back with you, and we're going to call it the Crafter Show. Actually, is it the Crafter After Show? Is that it? The Crafter After Show. That's what we'll call it. So sign off of this one. We're going to sign right back in. And maybe the internet will be fixed when we do that. So give us about, 3 minutes and we'll be right back. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. If you make this card and you want to share what you make with us, head over to my Facebook group, which is called Maymay Made It, and so did I. Share with us what you're making. We love to see your creations, especially your Christmas ones, all through the month of July. And for products and things that I used today, be sure to look below and click on the blog post, and that's where you can get a link to any products we used. And feel free to ask questions. I know we get to answer a lot of questions in the chat during the live, but feel free to ask questions there in the comments below, and we will be more than happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching. I will see some of you on the Crafter After Show, and the rest of you, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.